Hello everyone, and welcome to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved custom scenarios. Got a couple requests last time. First one, down at the very bottom of the comment section was Last Judgment. So Last Judgment it shall be. I think after that we will probably try the anti-plague necrovirus. I know I saw a request for dank memes a long time ago, so we'll probably do that this week as well. But be sure to keep leaving those comments, guys. It tells me what you guys want to see. Alright, Last Judgment. 1 lamb, 4 horsemen. Judgment Day has arrived and humanity is on the brink of destruction. Choose your path, choose your horsemen, or display them all to definitely erase the world. Display them all to... okay. Well, this is obviously supposed to be like a Book of Revelation kind of thing from Bible. Because there's what? The 4 horsemen are, let's see, famine, pestilence, war, and death, I think. Those are the 4 horsemen. So presumably, we're going to get to play around with those. This is a virus. That is the virus, right? That's not bacteria. No, that's virus. That's virus. Definitely virus. Okay. Transstasis? Sure. Transstasis usually seems pretty good. Genetic mimicking catalytic switch. Alright, this seems okay. Blue bubbles? Yeah. You know, I think this will be okay. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Normal difficulty and apocalypse. Alright, fine, why not? The end of time has begun. The first seal of apocalypse has been broken. The Lamb, annunciator of the end of time, has shone on Earth. Will the 4 horsemen show themselves? So this concept of the seal of the apocalypse, I believe in the Book of Revelation, there's this massive scroll, and every time a seal is broken, one of the next judgments comes upon the Earth. So, like, one of the judgments is, I think like, the stars fall from the sky, like, a third of the stars fall from the sky or something, and another seal breaks, and, like, a third or half of the world's water turns to blood, or something like that. I don't know. It's actually really interesting. If you read the Book of Revelation, but you don't read it literally, you read it from kind of, what's the way that somebody, you know, back in the first century, right? Yeah, 1st century AD, would have interpreted modern things. Like, what if the Earth, like, suffered from radioactive decay, and the oceans were poisoned, and covered in mold and rust and all sorts of algae and stuff, and turned red and stuff? You know, would that be interpreted as blood? Maybe, I don't know. Revelation is interesting in that way. I'm not saying necessarily that everyone's going to believe in that stuff, you know, whatever, but point is, it's very interesting. You are the end of the world. Kill them all. The Great Changer, the one who destroys. Show humanity how angry you are and wipe them all from Earth's surface. I'm sorry, which one who destroys are we talking about? Are we talking about Satan? Are we talking about the beast? Or am I God? Is God the Great Changer and the one who destroys? That's kind of a nasty name to give God, but okay. So where do we want to start off? You know what? I think we start off in the Middle East. Seems appropriate, right? I think there's also something in the Bible that, you know, in the Revelation, that all the great kings of the earth will come to do war in the Middle East. So, there we go. Lamb! What is lamb? Oh, no transmissions. I am regretting this transstasis so hard. No symptoms? Only abilities. Interesting. War, pestilence, famine, and death. I'm right. The 4th Annunciator descends upon Earth, bringing the end time sphere his touch, as it will be the last thing you know. Nothing seems to satisfy their appetite. Pestilence, contaminating everything he touches. Huh. So, I guess we can pick which... Here's what I'm guessing is going to happen. Here's by the way, the heat and cold and drug resistance by the look of it. With some of their own... The horsemen put on winter clothes. Oh yeah, that's right. Dress them up in a hoodie, they'll be fine. Feed on sunlight and heat. Anyway, so I'm thinking that what happens is I pick one of these horsemen, and that's going to unlock a tree of transmission and symptoms. And I could unlock all 4 to get full access. Maybe we don't need that many, though. So what horseman do we want to go for, I wonder? Pestilence makes sense, because we're playing Plague Inc., and we've kind of been worshipping pestilence and death through plagues and sickness already, so I'd be willing to give that a shot. New aid program for poor countries. Too little too late, God's judgment is upon you all. This icon's a little messed up. Let's go ahead. What's the lamb say, by the way? The first seal of the apocalypse. Which ones will you decide to unlock? Alright, let's go for pestilence then. Sure enough, we have a symptom. One symptom. It's infection. Cells from pestilence are transmitted to humans, giving them different pathogens. Infectivity is increased. Yay! We also have boils. The 6th plague of Egypt is a skin disease, making skin eruptions on people. Increases infectivity in humid countries and by water. Toxic cloud. Propagating the disease through the air. Okay. Flies. Pestilence comes in the swarm of flies, propagating the disease of the Egyptians' fourth plague. Rural areas. Adaptability. Pestilence adapts itself to different climates so that humanity can't escape. Slightly increases infectivity in cold and hot countries. These are all pretty solid, honestly. I like all 4 of these. I will have them all. So yeah, why don't we play with Pestilence a little bit? And then maybe by the end, woman catches man flu. I just saw that for a second. That's hilarious. But anyway, yeah, let's give Pestilence a good shot. See how we feel. Why have I infected Canada? I don't remember. What got to Canada? I missed it. Did a boat get there? I don't know how it would have. All right, we have infection that leads to contamination. Pestilence's cells develop inside their hosts' bodies. Body. Making them prone to diseases and more likely to transmit it to other people. Okay. Well, why don't we go for... I like the toxic cloud. Very good in the Middle East, which is arid. And it also gives me air transmission. So it seems pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. Toxic cloud hanging over the Middle East. I'm sure something happened there. Boils? Sure, why not? Humid countries and by water. Well, if we can just get down to Egypt, which will be very reminiscent for them, they're totally accustomed to the plagues of Egypt, then we'll send some boats off throughout the rest of the world. It would be beautiful. Let's go for flies? No, wait. You know what? I'm going to go for the adaptability and get the extra resistances in hot and cold countries. Seems pretty good to me. I've only infected about 5,000 people. This isn't a very apocalyptic pestilence. It's kind of slow out of the gate, isn't he? Yes, he is. A little slow. You've been waiting for a few thousand years for this, haven't you? Were you quite ready for it? Did you get complacent? Maybe. Multiplication. Cells multiply inside their hosts. Okay. Makes the apocalypse more difficult to resist to. Scratch that, just to resist. That's probably the cure, by the way. I'm guessing resisting the apocalypse is the cure. Guts. Yuck. People feel in their bodies the sickness it contains, affecting their organs. They start to throw up, which makes contamination more likely. Or crying. The pain felt in their bodies makes people cry out of despair, which is an aggravating infectivity factor. Okay. I think we go for the flies, and that's all the transmission we can do for now. So Transstasis has, wow, done about everything we can. That was amazingly effective, it turns out. Yeah, I like starting in the Middle East. That seems appropriate for this scenario. Right? Maybe? I don't know. If you're wondering why I understand a lot about Revelation, I grew up in a religious household. And it made for a very interesting read. I'm not gonna lie. It made for a very, very interesting read. I kind of like hearing some theories about it. I'm gonna go for the drug resistance. I like hearing theories about Revelation and what it's actually gonna mean. Because I think somewhere in Revelation, so get this, right? They talk about, or John writes about this, I think it's like a beast that has the body of a scorpion and the face of a woman, or something like weird like that, like really weird. And I've heard some people try to make up theories like, so maybe he was seeing a tank, and in his first century mind couldn't possibly comprehend what that was. So that was the best way that he could describe it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. Really interesting. Okay, so symptoms, I guess we go for guts. That leads to heart's disease. Not just heart disease, heart's disease. It's possessive. It's owned by the heart. The sickness reaches the heart and sets up inside of it, making people more vulnerable to pathogens, and these ones prone to mutation. Cool. What's this? Epidemic. Pestilence has now gone lethal. The plague evolves from contamination level to a massive killer, making people die in terrible suffering. Maybe we get another horseman. I want to see what another horseman can do for us. Yeah, let's get another horsey. War or famine? How about war? Let's distract all the people. Right? They won't be worried about us, the horsemen. They're going to be fighting each other. It's perfect. What does this open up? War mechanism. A small event triggers series of reactions. Fights start in bars, in schools, at work. Racism, homophobia, sexism. Every reason is a good one. Increases infectivity. Okay. Sure, we also have animals rise, mad animals. Blood. People go to hospitals and propagate the pathogen. Wealthy countries in particular, that's good. Human. War leads humanity against itself. And army. Armies are a place of propagation of the pathogen. Soldiers having contact with one another. Poor countries and mutation. I like the idea of going for blood, because that's good in wealthy countries. And don't you all know, right, that money is the root of all evil. So therefore, they're the ones that have to die. That's, by the way, a totally inaccurate quote from the Bible. People like to cite that one a lot. Money is the root of all evil. No, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil, which is actually true. Money is an inanimate object. It's neither good nor evil. It's a tool, nothing more. Your greed and love for money, now that can lead to serious evil. Conflagration. Anger is everywhere. Crowds start lighting fires at houses of people they hate, fear, or despise. The smoke carries the illness. Goodness gracious me, these people. They got serious problems, don't you know? I'm gonna go for the armies now. Look, we should be getting a lot of mutation chance. If we're lucky, we're gonna start mutating all these symptoms for free. I want to see what's gonna happen with all these other things. Let's see. Rural and land. Increases infectivity by land. Okay. You know what, let's get both. Why not? We've got transstasis. We can afford to do things like that. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Doop, 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 doop. Doop. There we go. Come on, give me all those bubbles. So, conflagration? Sure, conflagration. That leads to riots. Hypothalamic tap. What's hypothalamic? That's actually a word I've never heard before. Causes irrational hatred and violence, especially towards authorities and uninfected. It's not lethal, though. Freedom. Prisoners break their chains looking for fights. Apraxia. Reduces infectiousness, but is extremely hard to cure. I don't think we want that. Whoa! Apocalypse placed on the watch list. Guys, you don't understand. The apocalypse has been on the watch list ever since Revelation was written. Oh, man. All right, let's go for another horseman, I think. Famine? Sure. Famine time. What are we going to do with famine? We got feces! Oh, good. A piece of crap. People are so hungry that they eat whatever they find, even their own feces or others. Oh my god. Ew. Worm! Food is crawled with worms. Food is crawled with worms. That's a phrase. Eaten by hungry people while they try to feed themselves. Redundant, but okay. Mutation is more likely. Hey, I like that idea. Let's go for the mutation. Diseased livestock. The 5th Egyptian plague. Livestocks die. Cattles are destroyed. People eat any meat they can still find, even rotten, increasing infectivity in poor countries. This increases mutation, so we're going to go for the rats, especially in the urban areas. All right, mutation, go forth. Win me the game. You know what to do. Greenland, the Caribbean, and Finland. Those are the 3 pious countries that have managed to avoid... Oh, never mind. A sinner entered Finland and the Caribbean. But Greenland shall remain pure, yes? Of course they shall. We got appetite. Slightly increases infectivity. We got stomach ache. Again, increases infectivity. I don't need that, though. I'm gonna go for death. Let's get the 4th horseman. Now we got death. And that leads to firstborn's death, the last of all Egyptian plagues. That one that convinces the pharaoh to free its captives is now the first step death uses to prove its power. Wait a minute, I'm a firstborn. I'm dead. Oh no. We're gonna grab it. There we go. And somebody sinned in Greenland. They're all gonna die now. Because that's how this works. Stomachache, just developed for free. We have suicide. Most believers cannot handle the end of the world. They're killing themselves so that they do not have to witness the chaos. Well, joke's on you. Suicide is a sin that sends you straight to purgatory. And you lose your head and all that other stuff. It's a cardinal sin. You go to hell. So it would have been better to die and witness it and go to heaven, hopefully, if you repented. I don't know. Hunger. Fatness. Wait, even if they are eating more and more food, which makes them fatter, people are still starving. Their bodies can't treat the amount eaten. Huh. Well, I don't think we need anything else from hunger or fatness or famine. Let's go down the suicide route. Heart attack. Fear makes people easy to scare, easy to surprise. Most of them, suffering from severe hallucinations, cannot handle them, increases lethality. Well, let's make sure that we get a little bit more infectiousness in Greenland. Oh wait, we were paused. No, Greenland's just not infecting very much. We need cold resistance. Alright, dress them up in some winter coats. And also internal heat. The hellfire burning in the horsemen allows them to survive any cold environment. That's terrifying. Global research focused on a cure. Greenland is now starting to get more infected. About dang time. Global wars symptom mutated. Which one's this? There it is. Fights become assaults. Assaults become declared wars. Reduces the infectivity between countries, but highly increases it inside borders. What's this? War love? People are prone to engage in fights with anyone, more likely to result in the death of one or many participants. So by war love, you mean like the love of war? Okay, fair enough. Let's kind of let a little bit more infectivity build up in Greenland, because I'm kind of worried about increasing the lethality too much there. Fatness developed for free. Guys, y'all need to stop being so fat. I know that's fat shaming a little bit. I apologize. I'm sure it's the result of the patriarchy or something, but still. Heart attack. Good grief. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna kill everybody anyway, because it's all just mutating whether I like it or not. Darwinism. Only the most adaptive ones survive. For now. Let's go for hunger. I'm gonna increase the infectivity. Starvation. People are so starving that they begin to bite or partially devour their own body, fingers or skin mostly. Increases infection rates. Terrifying. Whoa! Okay, Greenland is going to die. Let's go for the Darwinism. New Dawn. The four horsemen unite their forces to destroy the world. Nobody is secure, and the end of life has arrived. The animals perish, the plants dry. Humanity is doomed. Cannibalism. The need for food is so high that people start eating each other and killing them for their flesh. Yuck. Poland begins to break down. Oh, Poland. You were always my favorite, and now you will die. Okay, so that's all the symptoms done. Mutation worked out really well for us. We never did check these out. Dead's Plague. Soon-to-be dead people tend to see their siblings before death and die in their arms, transmitting the disease in urban areas. I'm going to die! Sibling, hold me! Yeah, I mean, I love my sisters a lot, but I don't know if I'd hold them if they had a plague like that before they died. Or maybe I would, I don't know. Pathogen comes out of dead body. Hey, necrosis! Should have gotten this, didn't think about it. Crow, death, it's a pigeon. I'm just saying, that's a pigeon. Death comes with its own followers. Crows are feasting over dead bodies and contaminate living people. And then brains. Dead people's brains propagate the disease. Not that any of this is especially relevant to us anymore, but it's there. I guess we could just get ourselves some extra score. Let's go for the genetic hardening. Oh, I'm sorry, it's called despondency. And then lack of faith. Oh, these are actually very cleverly named. Power demonstration. The horsemen evolve and show a glimpse of their true powers, destroying many of humanity's resources, which makes their salvation less likely. Look, guys, you don't understand. The rapture already took all the faithful people out of Earth. They're already gone. Everyone who's left is surely gonna die. There are no healthy people left in the world. I might be butchering Revelation a tiny bit, by the way. If I am, I do apologize for that. Power demonstration. I guess we could go for a bit more of that. Crows and stuff. I mean, I just want to get more score, so I guess we'll save up for 30. There we go. Another genetic reshuffle. Destroy their resources. Show the power of God's judgment. Sudan is in anarchy. Yes, that's relevant information. Shut up. We'll go for another power demonstration. It is now time to demonstrate the futility of humanity's hopes, if they still have some. Crushes their research, annihilating their will is what we do. Wait, can I devolve that? That's a bug. Devolve. And I could totally buy it again. Does it increase their... Well, actually, yeah, it increased their research right back. I guess there's no reason for you to do that. I was curious. I don't think I've ever seen the ability to devolve a genetic reshuffle before. But now I know. And, you know, you learn something new every day, as they say. Well, heat resistance. And that's it. That's all the score I can get. Alright, well, God's judgment is complete. That's 6.8 billion people dead. Judgment has been wreaked upon them all. And the Force Horsemen can go to whatever it is they plan on doing after the end of the world. Apocalypse to destroy humanity. The last few humans know they are watching the end of human history. Oh well, that's the end. Apocalypse has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. 706 days, that was pretty long, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that was a creepy giggle. Don't do that again. Don't you understand? This is the end of times. Alright, cure progress got up to 28%. All in all, guys, I would say this is actually really well put together. I liked it a lot. I don't know why you would pick only one horseman. It seemed like we had plenty of opportunities to get as many as possible, and the mutation took care of the rest of it for us. Transstasis was a pretty good option, I would say. A very good option indeed. We just mostly had trouble in the cold regions, which makes sense. We did start in the Middle East after all. But yeah, there were custom icons, custom description. The grammar was actually pretty decent across the board. It was a good, unique concept. Yeah, I think this was really well balanced and really well put together. Good scenario. Very good scenario, I would say. Heck yes. Heck yes, I recommend it. Well done. Alright, well, I think that is going to be enough for today. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.